Hello, good morning and welcome. This is forexforsteadyprofits.com. We use the Commitment of Traders report and the RSI to time our entry into the markets. And I'll show you the Commitment of Traders report and show how we use it on the charts. Okay, I'll just take you there now. Okay, this is the Commitment of Traders report in a graph form. So as we can see the history and the positions of the commercials here in red and the speculators in green. And what we're looking for is the commercials to take an opposite position to the speculators in an extreme position. As you can see from the past, whenever this has happened, you've had a sell-off. And what I use then is the RSI to time my positions in. We've had this really large divergence here, and I can go back years, and it's sort of like an extreme position. So I'm expecting to see a very big sell-off, but we use the RSI just to time the position in. Okay, so this is the Australian dollar US dollar chart for the same period, and we were looking for the Australian dollar to short against the US dollar, and from the from the RSI chart we put a trend line up, and when we got a break, we actually went short, and we got this nice move down here. The RSI came down, it sort of went up again, and we got another high there which got broken, and we got this very big move down, and then we had another move back up, and we got a sell signal here which gave us another move back down. On the Members Center, I do a divergence chart. I've got a divergence calculator which I use on the crosses, and the crosses give us a slightly better result, I believe. But anyway, that's the way I use the CFTC and the RSI combined to give me my entry positions. And we'll be looking at that over the coming weeks. Hello, good morning and welcome. It's Wednesday, the 29th of November, and we'll start with the AUD USD. This really hasn't done much this week. We've seen it fall a little bit. It still looks to me like it ought to just pop up a bit more. So I'm sort of standing on the sidelines. I would really like to see it pop up to about the 77 mark. But there again, if it does fall down, when it gets below my trade here, I will be adding to the trade. So, you know, what can I say? Indecision. Pound USD. I said yesterday I wasn't over crazy on trading this. We've seen a little bit of an upturn in the pound due to an alleged agreement on Brexit, which I think there's going to be a few more pitfalls on the way, and I've actually got a trade in short at the moment. So I've just entered. It's at 134. So we'll see where that goes. And yep. USD CAD. We've seen a nice little bit of a rally. I think there's a lot more to go on this. We're well above the 50 on the RSI. Commercials ratio of 2.82 short. That's on the Canadian dollar. So it's short the Canadian dollar, long the pair. Yeah, I think there's quite a bit more upturn in this. Oil had a little bit of a fall yesterday. So we'll see where that goes. But I think the Canadian dollar is going to come down. The fall in the oil price, which is really on the books, it's way overbought. And the commercials, if you've seen my Commitment of Traders report, the commercials are well bearish, as bearish as they've been for 5 years of the oil price. So that's going to weigh on the Canadian dollar. Euro USD. A couple of nice red candles yesterday. I put a second trade in. I've got knocked out of my better top trade, which is, you know, just one of those things. Uh, I'm slightly in profit. Um, so we'll see where it goes, but it looks to me like this is going to this rally is going to fade over the next couple of weeks or so. So that's where I'm looking on that one. USD, Japanese yen. We've seen a nice fall over the last few weeks in the price of the USD Japanese yen. The commercials ratio is 4.27 long. Um, the yen's come down onto this support here. We've been bouncing up and down on it for a week. I think over the next few days trading that we're going to see this break to the downside. Uh, I don't have many trades on this because I prefer the crosses. The one that springs to mind this morning perhaps is the pound Japanese yen. I've just put a trade on myself short, so we'll see how that goes anyway. Um, the Swiss franc. Um, Seen a little bit of strength in the dollar over the last few days, and we have a commercial long ratio of 7.7 to 1. Um, so I am expecting this to fall. We've already had quite a big fall, a little bit of a bounce back, but I'm expecting continued strength in the Swiss franc. So that's where we go with that one. We're below the 50 on the RSI, and we've just started to point down a little bit. So we'll see where that goes. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We've come down onto support, broke down through, popped back up. I'm a little bit out of this at the moment. We don't have a good signal off the commercials. We've got a long ratio, so we're expecting this to bounce back of 1.97 to 1. So I'm just watching this at the moment. Silver, we saw, as I say, a little bit of strength over the last few days on the dollar. The price of the silver's come down. I might even get my one trade in profit soon. So the commitment of traders, as I say, if you look at my CFTC report, are fairly bearish of silver. So that's where I think that's going. As soon as it breaks down, I'll be adding to my trades, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, well, that's all for today, and thank you very much for watching. I do like the likes and the subscriptions. Cheers now. Bye.